I'm working on an action roguelike called Sundercore, and this month I finished up the designs for the main 5 playable characters. If you're new around here, my game is kinda like these games, taking inspiration from all my favourite roguelikes and mashing them to my own unique experience. It's still in early development, so don't be too hard on it, but anyway, let's get into the characters. Sergeant Griggs. Born to lead, bred for combat, captain of the team, dual-wielding his standard-issue pistols, he's got the know-how and the means to pull off this operation, with an affinity for robotics, engineering remote-controlled turrets in his downtime. The dual-wield pistols have decent range and accuracy, but are comparatively weaker than the other characters' weapons. However, Griggs makes up for this with his ability that places down a sentry turret that auto-aims to the nearest enemy. Abilities, or active items as they might be called in other games in the genre, are character specific in Sundercore. That goes the same for weapons as well, so each character is supposed to be balanced with their unique weapon and ability. This means there is not a huge variety of weapons to pick up like in some other roguelikes, but that's not this game's focus. I'm going for much more of a Binding of Isaac style, where you start with an attack and then build and mutate that attack throughout the run. There are also no abilities to pick up during the run. Abilities are character specific. To add more depth and replayability to characters, I'm planning on implementing an upgrade system to abilities. And no, I'm not talking about meta progression upgrades that carry over between runs. I'm talking about each ability having its own unique upgrade tree, and throughout a run, when your ability levels up, you'll be given random upgrades to choose from out of this tree. This system is not implemented or fully fleshed out yet, but it's something to keep in mind going forward. And also, I should mention, abilities level up by using them. This is to encourage players to use them as often as they can. I don't have any of the other characters' abilities figured out yet, so this video is just going to focus on their weapons. Slush, the Slime Reaper, the blobby boogeyman. This gelatinous ghoul's got a mean stare and a meaner shotgun. Slush boasts a high damage spread shotgun with low range and rate of fire. Get up close and personal to deal a burst of bullets to your enemies. Before joining the team, Slush worked as a bodyguard for the Galactic Mob. However, not much is known about his origin, most likely the result of some science experiment. From what I've seen in the comments and posts, you guys really seem to like this character design, and I can't blame you, he's probably my favourite design as well. But finally, onto the new members of the gang. Zadood, equipped with a triple-barreled machine gun, hold down the shoot button longer to spin up a higher rate of fire at the cost of accuracy, or tap fire for an accurate mid to long range attack. When playing Zadood, you're going to be looking for items that boost accuracy and ammo capacity. The more ammo in the clip, the higher the rate of fire can be charged up to. Along with the gimmick of Zadood's gun being a rate of fire charge up is a gun trait, and a gun trait can be applied to any character's weapon through a gun modifier artifact. Gun traits fundamentally change how a weapon works, and I plan on having a lot of them in the game so players can create unique loadouts during a run. So for example, dual wielding is another gun trait, meaning it can be applied to any character's weapon. Prisma, equipped with a powerful laser cannon that auto-reloads ammo when you aren't using it. The only downside is when you do reload it, it only refreshes 30% of your ammo supply. Play your cards right and you won't have to reload the gun at all. Weapons with the laser trait have a massive amount of range and no bullet travel time. Just like the other weapon trait, this can be applied to any character's weapon, crafting some unique combinations. This was definitely a little bit of a challenge to implement, but I think the result is worth it. Medic, a modified healing unit equipped with lightning-fast titanium gauntlets, a close-range high DPS attack that does not require a reload. This robot packs one hell of a punch. Your punches inflict a sort of status effect that prevents the enemy from using their melee attack on you. However, they can still use their projectile attacks, so you need to keep an eye on their animations so you know when to dodge away. This character also keeps with the tradition of other roguelike robot characters, in that their health is dictated by their armor. However, armor is a little different in Sundercore when compared to other armor or soul hearts or secondary protection system, in that each character has a max armor amount, which can be increased by item pickups. Because HP is not indicated by hearts, but by an integer number, and the enemy attacks can vary in damage, a single armor piece negates all damage from an incoming attack, meaning an attack can do 1 damage or 100 damage. If it hits you, it's going to use an armor piece. So because of this, I don't want you to be able to stack loads of armor and become near invincible. So this way armor stays a valuable consumable, but it doesn't have to be really rare because most characters only start with 1 armor slot. But anyway, Medic. This character starts with 3 armor pieces. However, they only have a measly 1 HP, so if you run out of armor and take any damage, it's game over. Just from playtesting this character, I'd put it in the high skill bracket. So if you're a good player, it's very fun to play, and if you get lucky and get an item that increases your range, it becomes far easier to play. So there we have it, the whole team, or at least the starting characters. I've got big plans now that I've completed the main team. It's time to start working on new features and content, but that's for future development and future videos, and I'll see you in the next one.